Okay, hear me out when I say this. Okay, this is an autism testimony, but uh, before, okay, I'm just gonna give a disclaimer. Okay, if you're autistic and you're proud, that's fine. But remember that what works for you does not work for me. Okay, some people have extra symptoms of autism to the point where it's it's ruining their lives. Some of them got severe anger issues. Like I have witnessed an autistic person literally picking a fight with somebody for telling your mom a joke. And to anybody, any professional setting like court or any professional court or employers thinking like this is all autistic people. Not all autistic people are like this. I've had autism in my experience, and I don't have those type of anger issues. Like I never had those type of anger issues. Well, I won't say never, but the anger issues were coming from a home life, not from autism. Like it was never that sensitive to the point where, I take that back. It was like that for like a few, for like, how do I say this? For like a year in school when I was like in junior high to somewhere around middle school, junior high to somewhere around middle school. But I've improved over the time. So, not all autistic people have severe anger issues to the point where they're ready to throw hands at them. Some, but not all of them. But back to what I was saying is that the reason why I wanted to get rid of my autism is because, like, in my last videos, okay, when I had autism, I had anxiety too. All right. And I wanted my autism removed because of how it responds to anxiety. Like, how do I say this? When I had autism, I rarely had a tantrum. Like, I hadn't had a tantrum ever since I was like, how do I say it? Around like junior high, middle school, junior high, middle school. So, yeah, junior high and middle school. I'm an adult now. Regardless of what I look like. But back to what I was saying about the autism testimony, the reason why I prayed against the spirit of autism is because of how it responds to anxiety. And there are times that I've almost started a tantrum because I was anxious. And another thing about autism, I've been getting into more Christian videos to the point where I was studying demonic possession. And connecting the dots together, it made so much sense to me. Like lack of eye contact. The reason why I didn't do lack of eye con the reason why I had lack of eye contact is because the demon inside of me knew that if I look into the right person's eyes, it will be sent to the abyss. The thing about demons is like me and my personal experience with demons is like they uh they trigger nerves in my hands and then making me want to flap them. But my personal experience with autism is that I don't flap my hands. I just crack my wrists. Even neurotypicals, even like even a neurotypical can have demons in them because of lack of eye contact. The thing about how I walk when I had autism is like my feet when I had autism had like a love-hate relationship with the floor when I have no shoes on, to where, how do I say, to where I kind of look like I'm tiptoeing a little bit. My feet and my heel had like a love-hate relationship with the floor. But without autism, let me show you. Let me show you how I walk. Hold on. Okay. Can you see it? All right. So that's one thing when it comes to having autism. Like, how do I say this? I prayed against it and it went away. But regardless of this autism testimony, I still stand by you can be autistic and still be a child of God. Like, you can still be autistic and be able to go to heaven. That when you go to heaven, you're not going to have autism anymore. You are going to be perfected. You are going to be perfected, and you're going to be perfected. And how do I say this? You're going to be perfected once God says that you can stay. Especially if you just repented and then God took you up to heaven the second after. I chose to ask God for this miracle. I chose to be healed in the name of Jesus. You know how when you see a lot, like, it's not always the case with autistic people. It's not always the case with autistic people. One thing I notice is like you know how when some autistic people just naturally have their heads bigger, a little bigger. Yeah, my head's a little smaller. Praise the Lord.